The next technique which we are taking up is the crystallization, and it is a very important technique, right. So crystallization is actually a process of separating the salt crystals from the solution. So I am taking an example of copper sulfate, the commonly observed method, that is the copper sulfate solution. That is how we get to have copper sulfate crystals separated from the solvent, right. So for this I am making the solution of, I am just dissolving the copper sulfate in the water. So for this I need see, this is a petri dish containing a copper sulfate, blue colored crystals you can easily see, right. It is a beaker, it is a water, it is again a beaker and a tripod stand, a full arrangement for heating, a stirrer, right. So first of all I wish to make a solution of copper sulfate. For this I am taking a beaker and adding water to it, I am adding a copper sulfate to it, crystals to it, right. I am stirring it. I am stirring it again to make it dissolve. As you can see, it is getting dissolved. This copper sulfate is getting dissolved in the water. I have told you in the previous topic that we have certain saturated solution, unsaturated solution. I think you remember. For your easiness, I will repeat it. Saturation solution is that actually which can not dissolve as much as solute we add to it. And unsaturated solution is that at given temperature they can dissolve as much as solute we add to it. Right. So see, you can see that copper sulfate is getting dissolved because water is no longer colorless now. It is acquired a blue color. Right. So we will be just doing it to make it dissolve. So now what we are going to do is, now we have made the a solution of this, a saturated solution, because it has no ability to dissolve solute more, right, because the solute is getting precipitated. So that means this we have just made a saturated solution of copper sulfate. Now what I am going to do is, for crystallization I have to heat this saturated solution till the saturation point is achieved. So I am just pouring this into a china dish. And I am just heating it. So we have to light the burner for it. So we are just heating it. We will continue heating till the saturation point is achieved. So we are just heating it, just let the flame reach the wire gauge.